Hi everybody, and welcome to episode 1 of The Casually Avid Gamer Plays Prison Architect. I'm glad you guys are here for this new series. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we got stuff coming in already, and this is a game where we got to build a prison from scratch and start bringing in some prisoners. And actually, the first thing I want to do, we've already got eight prisoners scheduled to come in, and I want to turn that off. So let's open up our intake and close it right now, because I don't think we're going to have enough stuff built to be ready for those prisoners. I'm starting off a prison from scratch, so we've got a $50,000 grant, and somehow we only have $30,000 of that available to actually do anything with. But we will make do. Okay, so first off, any prison, and this is a mistake I made my first game, you gotta build a reception area. And I don't know why they call it reception, because really it's the place your prisoners come in. So what are we going to do? Let's turn off auto lights. I don't want those on. Do we want a brick prison or a concrete? Let's go brick, because I think we're going to do a more of a kind of a club-fed sort of prison than anything else. So let's get a nice, decent-sized room to bring prisoners in. So I just laid in a foundation for a brick building. Now we need some doors. So objects. Nope, not rooms, objects. A large jail door for intake. Fair enough. We'll put that right there. And then we're going to we need some staff offices. So we're going to put a staff door there. And then the jail through which, or the door through which our prisoners will go to jail. There we go. Now, next up we want to do some staff offices. Now, what staff offices we want to do? Well, when you're starting a prison from scratch and you've only got $30,000 bucks. Hello? Goodness, that was weird. You have to really, in the beginning, work these grants. So we've got 3 grants available. Basic Detention Center, Administration Center, Inmate Health and Well-Being, and Staff Well-Being. We can only take 2 of these at a time. And I think that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and take Basic Detention Center, and we're going to take the Administration Center as well. You notice that gave us a bunch of money because they pay part of those grants in advance. Like we got $25,000 for just the Basic Detention Center. But I think the easier one to finish is the Administration Center, because you need, if you look at it down here, well, we'll show you in a second. You need 2 offices, you need to hire a warden, and then you have to hire an accountant. So let's, next up, okay, that's open. They're taking down those trees. Good, good, good. Next, let's take a look at offices. Where are you? Office minimum size is 4x4, and they have specific things they need in them. So let's go. Let's do another foundation. Again, we're going brick, so we want a hallway. So we'll just have a 1x hallway. We'll go there. Excellent. Next up, we're gonna have we need a 4x4. So we've come out 5. We're down 4. Will that get us our 4x? Yes, it will. Oh, because yeah, no, this will still be fine. This they won't put this wall in, but they should, but they won't. Sad face. So we'll let those get in, and we'll get that office in. And next, we want to start planning for our holding cell, which is what our basic detention center is going to be. It's build a holding cell, shower, yard, kitchen, canteen. The holding cell is where our first prisoners are going to stay. So let's see, that office needs to be kind of closed in, so we want to add a brick wall there. And actually, let's go ahead and get another office working. So that's 5x5. Do we need? Yes, that should be fine. That'll be good. What requires entrance? Objects. Let's do a staff door. here and a staff door there. Alright, so next up we have to plan out our holding cell. Now, the planning, a lot of YouTubers don't use this, but man, I just the planning, whatever you call it, the planning tool is really useful in my opinion. Alright, so first thing we need in the holding cell, we want to put some entertainment. So we're going to plan for, say, a TV here, and then we'll do... You can stack the benches with no space between them, but I don't like how that looks. So we're going to go here, benches, benches, and we'll put another bench there. Excellent. Next up, we're going to want some bunk beds. So we're going to go there, there, there. If we make it one wider, we can slide one more bunk bed in. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. It won't stay flush with reception, but I don't think that really matters on the outside. So we'll have a wall here, and then more objects. Bunk beds. Let's do another row of bunk beds. So that's 20 people. Excellent. Now we'll have a door there. There we go. Here be enough for 30 people. And then last but not least, they probably want to use the toilet sometime. So we'll do this, and we will put in... let's keep going with the planning objects there. Here we go. There we go. Got that planned out. Okay, so we've got our offices in. While we look at stocking our offices, let's go ahead and slap in a foundation here. Requires entrance, object, jail door, right there. Boom! Alright, so offices. We can declare these two offices already. Where are you at? One thing about this is it doesn't have... It highlights it, but they're not in alphabetical order. It drives me nuts. Okay, here we go. 2 offices. What do we need? We need an office desk, a chair, and a filing cabinet. So let's get them moving. Office desk. Oh, that's the wrong way. There we go. One there, one there. Filing cabinet and a chair. You don't actually have to. They don't actually have to be put a certain way. It feels better if it looks normal, I think. So there we go. Things moving along. Our workmen are building this. Then they'll put in the office. Oh, one other thing we have to do is we got to light up the joint. So yeah, we'll go there. And then that's actually the next thing I think we want to do. Oh, no, that's not quite the next thing. Bureaucracy. Okay, let's get out of that. There we go. Oh, we require a warden. Okay, I think we can go ahead and hire him. He just needs an office. There we go. And there's no office for him yet, but we've got a warden. Let's see. We need an accountant to finish that grant and get an extra $5,000. So we'll go ahead and do that there. And then we're going to want the warden to research maintenance, because that's where you get cleaning and prison labor. And otherwise your prisons get dirty fast. Alright, so that's in there. All well and good. And look, everybody's rushing up to build these offices. Wonderful. Objects. Lights. Gotta have some lights. And we'll put a light in the hallway. Next up, let's do a little more planning. We want... Okay, that would be a wall there. So it has to be one off the wall. So actually, we want the power supply to be able to go out to 5x5. The water supply only needs 3x3, so we need to be there. So let's go ahead and hit up the foundations again. There we go. Yeah, it won't build a wall there because it knows to use this existing wall. Object, staff door once again. There are a bunch of different doors. There's a regular door anybody can go through. There are the traditional jail doors, 1 wide and 2 wide. The solitary door is like the toughest door in the game. We'll be using that a lot to like protect our armory and keep people in solitary confinement. And then there's the staff door, which right now solitary doors, jail doors, and large jail doors can only be opened by guards, whereas the staff door can be opened by anybody on staff. And so we want anybody who just works here to be able to get into these doors very easily without having to wait for a guard. What just did I... who's a Muggins? I'm a Muggins. Okay, foundation. Waste of money. There we go. So they're going to demolish this wall and install that one. Which, okay, great. Oh, I paused it. My bad, guys. So we're moving relatively quickly, or as quickly as we kind of can. Let's get some objects queued up. But I want to get the power supplies queued up first. There we go. All good. Power station. What? Oh, there's a tree stump there. Somebody get rid of it. Make it go away. How do I make somebody get rid of the tree stump? It's very weird. It's a concrete floor. How's a tree stump there? People, hello? Anybody? Anybody coming to do it? Oh, you jerk. Alright, I don't know what they did here, but that's fine. Like, this is fine. We'll make this work. Get to work, people. Let's cancel this. Materials. Demolish. Can't demolish that. Foundations. Oh, I don't want to bulldoze the whole thing. Yeah, that would just tear down the entire building. I can't have that. Alright, what about... Okay, just because we want to get moving. Power station. See, he can work there. And then we can do water pump station. Will you fit there? Yeah, that'll work. Excellent. Then we should have power. Get everything in there. Whether or not that tree stump stays, I have no idea. So hopefully people will get those installed quick. Let's do more objects. We need... Oh, well, first, let's go to bureaucracy. Oh, we wanted you to do accounting first. Darn it. Alright. Because we need to hire the accountant to get an extra $5,000. But okay, well, that'll be fine. It should be fine. Here we go. So we've got power. So let's do some utilities to get some more power going. We need electrical cable. We'll run from here. Excellent. That should get those. And then we will need to run some down into here to get some lights in here. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and drop some lights in this business already. Go here, here. There we go. Should be fine. Next up, bunk beds. We need the bunk beds. Bunk beds are pricey. $500. Wow. Alright, next up we want some benches for people to sit. And then a TV. 200, or do we give them a nice big old TV? Yeah, we'll just do a regular TV. It's a holding cell, not a... There we go. I think that's facing the right way. Once you have it built, it'll show you which area it affects, so it may be pointing out the wrong direction. We'll find out later. Next up, toilet, because everybody needs a one-holer. Now, of course, I'm not giving them any privacy when it comes to their morning ablutions. But that should all be fine. Okay, and that is deliveries. Okay, so we'll make that there. We need one other room. Let's go ahead and slap in a foundation for... See, that's only 2 wide. Now let's go ahead and do... This requires an entrance. Objects. Let's keep going with the large jail doors just because a 2 wide gap lets prisoners move through faster. Which can really kind of cut down on problems. There we go. That got lit. All that got lit up. Nice. Okay, now we need to lay some pipes for some water. Large pipe. We'll just run from here. The more you can run them outside in public areas, the better for these kinds of pipes, because frankly, if prisoners can have access to them, to the large pipes, they can dig through them and escape through them, which, you know, if you've watched Shawshank Redemption, I mean, you get access to a sewer pipe, it's a lock. So you want to use these smaller pipes. Problem is, these smaller pipes have a limited range, but I should have more than enough to use, or to stock these toilets with water. Stock these toilets with water. Wow. Okay, this is going to be our shower cell. So we're going to do... Nope, we don't need a ton of shower heads at first. So next up, we'll need to run utilities to those as well. So we can actually... The water will have to come down here eventually, so we'll just go ahead and run that like so. Be good. Alright, so the holding cell's about ready. Why don't we throw in a few more radios just to keep everybody kinda entertained, so they can listen to the radio whilst they're on the toilet. That should be fine. Alright, as you can see, the warden's office is already getting filthy. It's getting nasty. Alright, so do we have... Can we hire an accountant yet? We can hire an accountant yet. Boom, 5,000 extra bucks. Love it. Making that money. Alright, so next up we need a few rooms. Oh, and you see we're already using a huge chunk of our power. Like, next, when we build a canteen with, like, or a kitchen with all the heavy-duty machinery in it, you know, stoves, fridges, and whatnot, there's no way that's going to cut it. So first, let's get the planning stuff out of here. We got everything in we need. Utilities. So you can add capacitors to these bad boys. And that's probably too many, but we'll do that. I don't want to have to worry about power for a while. So I just blew 6,000 bucks on that. That could be crazy. Alright, so what next? Let's mark out our rooms so we can find out what we're missing from each. Let's see, not the holding cell. Where is reception? Here we go. Reception there. Nice. We need an office desk, a table, and a chair. So, objects. Office desk. We'll put that here. Chair right there. Boom. And then a table. This reception area may be way too large, but you know what? Whatever. If we can take a bunch of people, it'll get kind of crazy in there otherwise. I think it's usually a really good idea to give prisoners as much space as you can. It helps keep them a little calmer, I think. Alright, so that looks like it's going well. Rooms. Where's the holding cell? Boom, what's the problem? No canteens accessible. That's true, we don't yet. And then we need a separate shower. There's the shower. Alright, so we need a canteen, which is the next big thing. And actually, I think we're going to get a foundation for that, and then we'll kind of wrap this first episode up. But we're doing pretty well here. So let's say, again, we want to do some brick buildings. We want to leave a little hallway here, so we'll do this. So do we want to do this here? Yeah, I think we do. And I kind of pre-planned the canteen a little bit. Actually, no, let's do it in planning. Nothing sucks more than finding out you misbuilt by 1 or 2 blocks. So I think we want to go down about like that. Let's see here. So objects. Because at the back wall, we want to start off with fridges. Yeah, we'll start there. Cookers. And then we want a sink. Then after the sink, we want a door of some sort. There we go. Next up, we need serving tables. So that will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, and yeah, let's take you out, move you here, and that should be 2 serving tables should be fine for now. And then we'll need a bench, a table, and a bench. So a 3x4. And do we want them right up against the wall? Yeah, these will do right up against the wall. Should be okay. Let's see, that's a little excess space we could probably do without. Yeah, let's cram them in. We don't need to give them too much room, do we? All right, so there we go. I think, and we're gonna leave room. We're gonna leave room where we can expand this bad boy as well, which should be just fine. All right, we're gonna go here. Is that gonna work? Yeah, buddy. We're going for it. We're gonna lock that in. Let them get going. All right, guys. Well, we are 23 minutes in, and we are getting really close to being ready for prisoners. We need a yard, we need a kitchen and canteen, which we've got underway. The yard will be easy, and then we need enough money left to hire 2 guards, 2 cooks, and let's see what else. I really want to unlock cleaning, and we don't need to unlock prison labor just yet, but it's only 1,000. We'll do it anyway. Alright guys, I'm going to put a cut in here, and then I will see you guys in the next episode.